India today stands at a breaking point. The structural oppressions of class, caste, and patriarchy have become brutal under BJP RSS regime. Turned into RSS laboratories. Journalism is criminalized. The secular democratic fabric of the Indian Republic is being torn apart thread by thread. Above all, comrades, the RSS BJP combine is openly targeting the very constitution of India. It is seeking to dismantle the fundamental pillars: socialism, secularism, federalism, and social justice. Youth, women, Dalits, Adivasis, minorities, all who are oppressed under red banner. Let us confront not only the RSS BJP, but the very system that breeds exploitation, inequality, and injustice. The red flag, the symbol of hope, the symbol of the future. The only path forward is to unite and fight. Unite and fight. Respected leaders of CPI-M and other left parties on the dais, respected comrades, on behalf of the Communist Party of India, I extend our revolutionary greetings to all of you. Lal Salam, comrades. Comrades, I would like to warmly acknowledge the CPIM for holding this important party congress in Madurai. Madurai, a city where in the past the undivided Communist Party of India held one of its decisive congresses, drawing strength from the militant tradition of Tamil Nadu, the militant tradition of the working people, the peasantry, the socially oppressed sections of Tamil Nadu. Today, we stand in the land of Tamil Nadu, where the comrades who laid their lives not only for freedom from colonial rule, but also for freedom from feudalism, caste tyranny, and exploitation. That is the land of Tamil Nadu. Comrades, the world capitalist system is engulfed in a deep, chronic crisis. The neoliberal offensive has neither brought prosperity nor stability to the vast majority in the world. Inequality is obscene in a global scale. The combined wealth of a handful of billionaires exceeds the combined wealth of nation states across the world. The World Bank and IMF continue to push the very policies that have brought misery to workers and peasants across the countries. As Karl Marx correctly observed, capital comes dripping from head to toe, from every pore with blood and dirt. That's what Karl Marx said. We are also witnessing the sharpening of inter-imperialist contradictions, NATO's provocative expansion, and the war in Ukraine have deepened global instability, with working people paying the price in blood. The genocide in Gaza, backed by imperialist powers, has exposed the hypocrisy of Western regimes that preach human rights. They preach human rights, but this is what they do in Gaza, while aiding, abetting war crimes. Lenin, I quote Lenin, had forewarned all of us, imperialism is war. Imperialism is war. Today, the character of imperialism is naked to all of us to see. Comrades, alongside this, the climate crisis, driven by capitalist plunder of nature, threatens the very survival of humanity. Yet, the ruling masses are busy building fortresses for the rich, leaving the masses to perish. Adding fuel to the fire, the rise and consolidation of the obscurantist international right-wing forces serve only to divide, confuse, and to immobilize the working people from their primary task, their real task of overthrowing the system of exploitation. That is their primary task. Comrades, coming to national situation, India, it is our own land that cries out most urgently for revolutionary intervention. Centuries back, in this very land of Tamil Nadu, Thiruvalluvar said, "Pirapukkum ella uyirkum, pirapukkum ella uyirkum." All are equal by birth. Contrary to this universal and timeless assertion, we see that inequality is systematic in India. In its structural and evolving system of exploitation and discrimination that we have to fight. Comrades, India today stands at a breaking point. The structural oppressions of class, caste, and patriarchy have become brutal under BJP RSS regime, which is nothing but political tool of the most reactionary sections of bourgeoisie and landlords. Comrades, let us speak plainly. India is not merely suffering from bad governance. India is suffocating under system designed to exploit. The gap between the rich and poor has never been this shameful level, the top 1% of the country now owns more than 40% of the national wealth, while half of the population struggles for just 2 meals in a day. Comrades, the history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles, wrote Karl Marx and Engels. In India, this class struggle is intertwined with caste system, the oldest and most vicious system of social oppression. Caste and mass oppression are not parallel, they are fused. Land ownership patterns, wage structures, access to education, and even basic human dignity are still denied to Dalits, Adivasis, and the most marginalized sections. Dr. Ambedkar had warned, caste is not merely a division of labor, it is division of laborers. This is what Dr. Ambedkar warned. Caste is not a division of labor, it is division of laborers. Today, the ruling classes, while parading in the garb of nationalism, they are trying to perpetuate the caste system. Patriarchy, another issue, to thriving under the regime. Violence against women, violence against women, discrimination and denial of autonomy are institutionalized. The ruling classes are only too happy to use patriarchy. You know what is patriarchy? To divide and dictate the working people. Comrades, unemployment is pushing the youth to hopelessness. Our youth do not see any bright, certain future. It is pushing our youth to hopelessness. Agrarian distress is driving our farmers to commit suicide. The public education and health sectors are being systematically destroyed. The working people's rights to organize, to dissent, to dream are under relentless attack. Trade unions are demonized. Universities are turned into RSS laboratories. Journalism, media people are sitting. Journalism is criminalized. The secular democratic fabric of the Indian Republic is being torn apart, thread by thread. Above all, comrades, the RSS BJP combined is openly targeting the very constitution of India. It is seeking to dismantle the fundamental pillars: socialism, secularism, federalism, and social justice. Their assault on our republic is and systematic and ideological. Ideological. RSS as an organization follows deeply the divisive, communal and fascist ideology. It is inspired from Mussolini and Hitler and follows their organizational principles. BJP is the political wing of RSS, and among with several other organizations known as Sangh Parivar. The Sangh Parivar shares a fascist contempt for democracy. Sangh Parivar, they share the fascist contempt for democracy and believes in making representative institutions like the parliament redundant. Parliament is becoming increasingly redundant. Corporate ruled India, where majoritarianism and caste capital will dominate without restraint. This is in India in which we are living. Bhagat Singh had said, revolution is inalienable right. It is our inalienable right of mankind. Freedom is an imperishable birthright. Freedom is imperishable birthright. He raised this slogan fighting the British Raj. He was fighting the British Raj. The time has come to follow his words and reclaim our freedom from RSS BJP Raj. That is the challenge we face today. If we go by what Bhagat Singh has said, the task before communists. Comrades, the present situation demands that we as communists rise to the occasion. All communists and left forces must forge principled unity to mount a decisive resistance against corporate communal assault. We must be the voice of the voiceless. We must be the organizers of the unorganized. We must be the hope of hopeless. Comrades, we must lead the struggles on the streets, in factories, in villages, in universities, not only against economic exploitation, but against the deep-rooted structures of caste, deep-rooted structures of caste and patriarchy. We must make sure that the slogans of Jai Bhim, Lal Salam, you understand, Jai Bhim, Lal Salam and Inqilab Zindabad are not mere words but rallying cries for a transformative movement. This is not a choice anymore, comrades. It is our revolutionary duty. It is not a choice, it is a revolutionary duty and task before us. Comrades, the defense of public education, public health, employment, food security, and social security must be placed at the head of our program. These are not welfare demands. These are not just welfare demands. They are instruments of social justice and human dignity. Human dignity. Importantly, we must also wage a battle for scientific temper as enshrined in our constitution, whose prime architect was Dr. Ambedkar. The communist government must boldly take up the challenges of using science and technology, including digital tools and artificial intelligence in our time, in the service of the people. We must fight for universal access to knowledge. Our people should have universal access to knowledge, technological equality, and against the commodification of science. It was Lenin, I quote Lenin, after all, who told us communism is Soviet power plus electricity. It must be communist strength plus democratized technology in our time. Communist strength and democratized technology. What is the road ahead, comrades? Comrades, the time is not for hesitation, but for action. Time is for action, not for hesitation or moving away from the mainstream battle. The time is not for hesitation, but for action. The situation is grave, but it is also pregnant with possibilities. As Marxists, as communists, we understand that the greatest crisis open up greatest opportunities, possibilities, provided we are ready to lead by example. By example, let us intensify mass struggles. Let us mobilize the workers' peasants, youth, women, Dalits, Adivasis, minorities, all who are oppressed under red banner. Let us confront not only the RSS BJP, but the very system that breeds exploitation, inequality, and injustice. So, comrades, we must reinstall Marxism-Leninism at the center of political discourse, proving through practice that it alone provides the key to liberation. Lenin reminded us, without a revolutionary theory, there cannot be a revolutionary movement. But this theory must walk on the feet of millions of toiling people across our country. So, friends, comrades, the people are ready to rise. Let us be worthy of their trust. We as communists should be worthy of their trust. Let us hold high the red flag, the symbol of hope, the symbol of the future. The only path forward is to unite and fight. Unite and fight. I wish this party congress of CPM a big success. Lal Salam, comrades. Inqilab Zindabad. Let us unite and fight let us move forward and liberate our country from the BJP Raj. Thank you very much.